This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. So we're talking Meek Mill. So he claims that he thinks expensive pain is better than championships to him. You can't rate your own art. An artist can't rate their own art because your heart is in it, okay? It's up to the critics. And I'm going to tell you right now, in my opinion, this album is only half of what Championships is, and that's not good because Championships isn't even his best album. Meek Mill's outdone himself on previous albums, and previous mixtapes are better than these two albums, okay? Meek Mill still got it, but he's missing on his album since he's come out of jail. You could disagree with me all you want. I'm going to tell you that intro worked for him on the first album. It might have worked for him on another album, but it's never going to top the first intro he ever did. It's never going to top that. He's always trying to. It's obvious. It's the same formula, where he switches the beat up halfway through and goes in, and now I'll be honest, I hate to say this, man, there's a lot more whining in his voice on this album versus previous albums. I can't listen to the intro. I can listen to a couple songs on this new album, but I'm going to give him a pass because not many people drop good albums this year. Drake dropped one of his worst albums. Kanye's dropped one of his worst albums. J. Cole, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna say, and we haven't heard Kendrick's, but I'm not really expecting that much. I'm gonna be honest. Listen, I can only compare each artist to their own work. I can't compare them against other artists, okay? And comparing this to Meek's previous work, his previous work is way better, And I don't know why every artist is dropping mid this year. Most artists are dropping mid, okay? Then he goes on to tweet about the beef with Rick Ross. First of all, he shows all the promo that he's getting in Times Square. A lot of promo. A lot of money's going into the promotion on this, but he will not do over 100,000 this time. That says a lot, too. Some people just aren't liking the album. They don't want to replay it. He usually does 150 the first week. Easily. 200, 150 to 200. Meek Mill says, I'm MMG for life. You don't see it in the Emmy Awards around my neck. Yeah, he's got a bunch of chains. Some are MMG chains. But that doesn't mean that they didn't have beef a few months ago when he really wanted to get off of MMG. Okay? There was rumored guns drawn, and they had a face-off in the club because Meek didn't want him in his section. That happens. Situations happen, okay? This isn't the first time Meek's had a problem with someone that he's been signed to, okay? I think you can look up Charlie Mack. But he's grown as an artist. It's been a decade, okay? It's hard to think a decade out when you're starting as an artist because you don't even know if you're going to last 2 albums. You might have the talent for it. It doesn't mean you're going to last 2 albums. Sometimes the label gives up on pushing you. Circumstances happen. He could have been finished in the Drake beef. He's lucky he wasn't. A lot of people turned their backs on him. But I'm glad, hopefully they work things out. It seems like they did. He won't like anything that Rick Ross posts of his. And I think it benefits him more to say he's MMG for life now instead of going against the label. I'm sure Jay-Z advised him otherwise. Like, yo, play it cool. We'll work on this later. Get your album out and do well. So he's going to do 90K the first week. He says, I'll never cross anybody that helped me get to 1 million. Okay. Anyways, I like Meek Mill. It's just like, come on, bro. Like, I don't know. It's, you know what? He's 10 years in. Okay, that's a lot. That's a big accomplishment. So I'm not gonna just dismiss him. I'm not. Okay. Yeah, you might think I'm hating on me. I'm not. I'm just being in the middle, man. I'm telling you, not everything's great. I used to like most Drake albums. I didn't really like this one. I didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right. So then we got QC. Okay, now I was listening to Migos earlier, and I'm just thinking, like, wow, It's crazy how this thing is together but also crumbling before our eyes. I mean, it's not CEOP's fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's just artists on the label. They're not getting along, Okay, so we can agree on this. If there was no Migos, the QC label might have not have taken off the way it did. Because you need wins. You need the wins on the wall to get to other artists, right? So QC took off early 2000 teens, I would say, or 10s. I'd say 2012, 13, they really arrived. I'd say 2013, 14, they really arrived. And the Migos were just putting up W's, right? And then you got other artists that followed. You got your Rich the Kids that was there for a while. He came up through the Migos. Skip the Flipper, a bunch of other artists, right? But the next huge win was Lil Baby, okay? Lil Baby wouldn't have been able to get on if it wasn't for the Migos, okay? Because Lil Baby was friends with QCP, and really he was just hanging around, and they told him to rap, and he started rapping, and he's winning. And you would never have the City Girls if it wasn't for the Migos putting up so many W's for the label to be able to sign other people. You probably wouldn't have Lil Yachty and these other artists. It's like everything's built off the Migos' back. Just like you wouldn't have a Drake, and you wouldn't have... Well, you might have a Nicki, but a Nicki in a different capacity, not in the same capacity. Nicki was going to either get on through Gucci Mane or she was going to get on through Lil Wayne, okay? I don't think it would have been the same if she got on through Gucci Mane. It was going to go either way. So you could make the same argument if Lil Wayne didn't carry the torch for Cash Money. There's a lot of artists you would have never heard. That label would have been done in 2005, 2006. It would have been over. So these are the Lil Waynes of QC, the Migos. And to see Lil Baby beefing with them, and they were feeling unwelcomed at the label and had to take CEOP to court, and I'm glad they settled it. But man, this is just waiting, like, to crumble, and Lil Baby's winning right now. Obviously, we know that, and it doesn't look like he's going anywhere anytime soon. But it's just like the tension there is just so weird. There's no togetherness. There's no way the relationship is the same between QCP and the Migos. I think they're just moving forward. It's business, man. This is the music business. This isn't music friendship. So, I'm sure they got that talking to from their lawyer and everything. It's like, do you like winning? Then settle this and keep going forward. And I'm sure Lil Baby got that same talking to. You're not all supposed to be best friends and everything. Do you think everybody gets along on a football team? It's business, okay? You gotta make it work for the fans and the team. And this is their team, QC. But it's just sad that it got so public. Like everyone knew something was wrong when rumors of... That was real. Lil Baby versus Offset. Something happened, okay? That was real. That happened. It was obvious when Migos wanted off QC, or they just wanted, to take him to court. Something was going on. And then Lil Baby at that, what was it? It wasn't a YouTuber. Well, it was like a YouTuber TikTok fight thing. Boxing match. Lil Baby was there, and the Migos performed. Lil Baby was doing commentary, or doing an interview, and he scoffed at just a little bit of straightening. He laughed at him. It's obvious there's a problem. I know that's old, but it's just like, doesn't seem like any healing went on. And same thing. The only reason I bring this up is like, it's the same thing that's going on with Meek Mill and Rick Ross. It's like Band-Aids are being put on, which is what is broken. Rick Ross isn't on the new album. It's just like, and to tell me that this new album is better than Championships, which has Jay-Z, Fabulous, NUA, Cardi B, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Roddy Ricch, Future, Dre, Kodak Black, 21 Savage. All those songs are really good, man. Sorry. It's not true. Bold statement. That's all I could say. Bold statement. But I'll check you guys later. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is just a discussion. Don't take it personally. I know some people have their pom-poms on for their favorite artist. Calm down. It's just a discussion. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Smash that like button, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.